If you're new to my channel, make sure to like and subscribe to continue receiving great reviews. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today, we've got another member spotlight. And as we know, here, we only have the dopest online marketers doing the dopest things. And today I've got with me just an awesome all-around guy that I met. We connected at a live event not less than a year ago. Right. And I've never met anyone more passionate about living a vision and living out life's mission. So without further ado, we're about to blow the lid off this joint with some solid value for the peeps. Can I get some love for Steve Ezaki?
Yes. Awesome. Woo! Ow.
Oh man, I know I could talk to you all day. Introduce yourself to all those out there listening. Give us a brief history of Steve and how he got into the online marketing world and where he is today.
All right. So I don't know how brief I can make it, but basically, long story short, how I got into the digital business, the digital side of things. In 2016, my wife was diagnosed with a chronic pain condition, illness, and basically it caused her to stop working, and then it caused me to stop working to take care of her. We both worked for her parents' IT company, and the plan was we were going to take over the business and run it, but she got ill, and so I thought, okay, I'm gonna have to learn how to tap into this internet stuff and learn how to, number one, figure out how I'm going to be able to stay home, to take care of her however long this is going to take, and number two, be able to afford it, because I don't know how much it's going to cost. So I wanted to be prepared. My wedding vows were in sickness and in health, so I take that to heart. So boom, here I go. I had to do it. And so that's where it starts. To make it short, we only have so much time, make it short. From then up until now, I honed in my skills. Like I said, I focus in. I went through personal development programs, coaching programs, Brendan Burchard. I went through, digital business programs, Ty Lopez, and everybody in between. Anything that had a proper, valuable lead magnet, my email was there, and I was receiving that valuable free information. Okay, I'm a master. I'm a master of that. I have hundreds of thousands of dollars of free information.
I think you could basically get an education from receiving emails from some marketers that are out there doing it and doing it very well.
That's right. I entered as a consumer. I had gotten an iPhone from the company. They gave me an iPhone. Up until then, I didn't have a computer of my own, really, and I didn't have a smartphone up until like 2015. Okay, and so at that point, I was able to give my emails to any proper marketer, right? Agora Financial, they really properly brought me in their funnel, and so I learned as a consumer. And my thing was, it's going to be easy. I'm just going to give them my email, and they're just going to send me free stuff. I didn't even have to go and try and look for it. I just open up my email box, and that was my strategy, and it worked. It's been working.
Really? Wow.
As a consumer, and so now as a marketer, I get it. I know. I just refer back to what worked for me. The best VSLs, the Agora Financial, they had VSLs, and as soon as I clicked on something and showed interest, they were calling me on the phone. Like,
really?
Like 10 minutes later, I was on the phone with them.
Wow.
Like that. Who does that now? Still not a lot. And then this was in 2015.
Wow. Man, you mentioned Agora Financial, and Agora Financial is it's $1 billion company, right?
Yep.
And they make billions of dollars off of the sales letters that they write.
Yeah,
Wow.
they have a great, I mean, they got a plethora of knowledge, information, insiders from all the different aspects of finance and investments. And they just do it right. They promote each other's, they affiliate each other's, and they know how to, man, they know how to do it. And they give great information. I learned so much about the economy,
Wow. Wow. So
just by giving them my email, right? As a
so
lead
you
magnet.
so you dive in head first in this, would you call it a formal education, or it's like an education by experience?
I would say a new media education,
Uh,
new media education, new media marketing education. That's what I would call it. Not your traditional, not your traditional way. You know, watching a video of VSL or listening to it while I'm driving, listening to it and learning, because when you sell, you got to educate your prospect. You got to educate them so they know what the value in what they might purchase, right? So you're getting educated. So to me, that was free education. Just listening to that while I was driving, where my at work. At that time I was being an IT hardware guy, and I would drive to the offices, and on the way there I would watch a video and listen to video, really. And I was getting more value than just my hourly wage at that time, because I was double downing on myself and getting it into my mind.
Where did the passion for it come from?
Okay, it came from it's cool because I was just on an interview. I just finished up an interview, and we kept on going to the backstory, I guess because it just got more interesting. So he had to get more backstory, and basically, I had it was basically, I'll cut it short. It was I came to God. Okay, I came to God, and I started reading the Bible, and I started learning about having an attitude of servitude, and to be the greatest, you must be the least. And basically, I learned how to be a servant and how to serve, which goes along with giving value, which goes along with taking care of your client or customer to the fullest, and being of service, not just trying to make money, but making money by serving. So if you ask a high ticket, right, you give them 10 times worth of value in that month that you ask for that recurring amount in that month. Over deliver, like Russell Brunson, over deliver, right?
Are you enjoying this video? Now's the time to smash that heart button and hit the subscribe. What are you waiting for? You'll be glad you did. Now back to the video.
And then the law of reciprocation comes in, and you get the benefits of it, but financially, right? But you actually have put out good value, good service, and people are benefiting from it all over the world, your audience, right? So that's where I learned that. And then so I applied it to whatever I do, which right now is marketing, and digital marketing. And so that's how that came about. Right. Now, when we met, it was a conversation that I will never forget, by the way. Really? I tell you that I go back and I've got you as like a highlighted speaker in my 5-day challenge. Okay. Sweet. Awesome. That little interview that we did. I have to send you the link, but I remember it because we talked about it, and then I mentioned to you that this is a millionaire, but you definitely wanted to let me know that it wasn't about the money. Right. Yep, absolutely. It wasn't about the money. And that's one of the things that I really, really extracted from our talk before. And it's about the impact. That was the point that you made. It was about the impact. Now you've had success. You were walking across the stage receiving the prestigious, what could be called the Oscar of entrepreneurship, the Two Comma Club Award. Tell us a little. That one right there. Tell us a little how that came about, and then how it's transitioned to what you're doing today. Okay. All right. So the the marketing agency, the digital marketing agency that I still work with, and helping scale and involved with for the past, 2 years. I've worked with the CEO, Brandon Guthrie, for 3 years, going on 4 years. We met at a marketing event in San Diego, and we were both from more closer to LA and Orange County area, so we stayed connected, and I would work with them. But since then, we've had success for a couple of clients, and we got them. We built funnel for them, designed it, and to get a 2 Comma Club award, you have to have $1 million go through a funnel within a 12-month period. And the really funny thing was we were at the $4 million mark when we realized, hey, I think we qualify for a 2 Comma Club award. Okay. And so we went and applied for it, and long story short, yeah, we qualified. We sent them the videos and everything, and we were able to get our award on stage. And so by being able to help our clients, win that award or qualify for that award. By the way, we are actually we qualified to get the 2 Comma Club X award for the same client. Okay. Where $10 million has to go through that same funnel. Okay. Which that actually happened within before the 2-year mark. So we got that coming and we could walk the stage next Funnel Hacking Live 2022. So but yes, by doing that, by being able to do that, we are able to know what works in marketing. And because there are some of our clients that don't qualify to get that, and we see where in the marketing process where it falls. Obviously we're good at our advertising. We're not the traditional SEO website, PPC type of agency. We're more the Facebook ads, direct marketing, Dan Kennedy approach. Okay. And Russell Brunson, obviously, direct marketing. So we're like that interruptive marketing, which is, to me, it's more challenging because you get more. The measure of success can actually be actual dollars. Your return on investment, your return on ad spend, and the lifetime value of your client, and those things can actually be based on the KPIs based on dollar amounts. Whereas like SEO and stuff, it's kind of harder to you could do that, but it's just harder to immediately see those results and that exponential growth. Okay.
And you found that formula with the the interruption based marketing.
Yes, the interruption based, and but I'm saying that because we got that down, but also the client has to be able to take those leads from you, those hot qualified leads, and we do that through a warming up process, using ClickFunnels, and qualifying job forms and all that. They take those warm hot leads, and the company that this one's for, they basically, the owner said they turn into a sales company as soon as they get the lead. The product they offer is turf. It's a home the niche there is like home improvement companies, and this one's turf. And so they turn from a turf company into a sales company, and they take that lead and they maximize it with an appointment setter, and then with a strong high closing rate sales team. That's the key.
Sales.
Yeah, I mean, actually, no, they just ask that high ticket. It's more of, it's not quite like a sales funnel with upsells, the typical. It's it goes from landing on the funnel to filling out a form, making an appointment, an in-home. Here's another key: an in-home appointment, where the company goes to their house, right? So that's one real key there, because if we had another client, they had it where where the customer would have to show up to their location, showroom, and a lot of times they would miss, they would skip it, and they would, so a lot of no shows. But we found out that if it's a in-home visit appointment, the company is not going to miss that appointment. They're going to show up 100%. So that's a key right there. That was a key factor in the success. And then of course a higher ticket, which would be, I guess, the average for a turf job average, is $8, $9, $8, $10, $1,300 a sale. So it's a high ticket. It would be considered a high ticket, So our marketing, our interrupted marketing, properly nurtured with the funnel, properly followed up. We use GHL, Go High Level, with a great follow-up system, and pipeline. It's all built in, right? But you got to have proper appointment setter and closers, and a proper high ticket, and that's a winning combination to get one of these babies. That's what we found out, right?
Yeah, that's the process. There's the attraction, then the appointment setting, and then the selling, the closing, and then there's the fulfilling.
And they have a great fulfillment.
But then there's also that thing that adds after the fulfillment. That's the continuous relationship, the continue to service that client. That relationship doesn't end right there. That's
when it starts.
Exactly. That's, you love it, the process. And but you have, so you're with the marketing agency, you've developed this formula for success.
Yeah. And I call it a super system, because we use super apps, configure them together to make a super system. That's how I call it.
And now we come to the power of having a crystal clear company vision. And
you need that. I mean, actually, yeah, you definitely need that. You can actually, fudge by without one. But as far as, scalability, longevity, and sustainability, I would suggest that you get your vision squared away, because that's going to be the fuel of your entire team. It's going to be the fuel of from leadership, owner, CEO, all the way to the individual implementer, pulling levers. It's about lining up in unity as a force to move a company towards the actual vision that is demonstrated and written out, four categories of your vision, your company vision. Not only impact, future vision impact for yourself and the world, but or should I say for your company and the world, but you want to figure out your vision clear of your sales and marketing, and you want to have a crystal clear vision of your basically your product too, your product or the result of your service as the product, and last but not least, your team, and what kind of, all the way to what kind of what kind of employees you want to attract, what kind of and work environment, what kind of benefits you want for your team. So if you have a crystal clear vision, that you can share with your prospective team, all the way from the COO, that's in my program, where the COO replaces the CEO in a digital marketing agency, to get him out of the implementation as the bottleneck, get him doing a true visionary, right? All the way down to even gaining a client. A client would see your vision and say, I jive with that vision, and I want to give my money. If there's like another agency that they don't jive with, that they don't have a vision, or they don't jive with their vision, they're like, okay, I'm going with this guy because I jive with their vision. I want my money to go towards that vision. You know, I agree with that vision internally, spiritually, or whatever. You know, they jive with it. So that's the power of the vision for scalability.
Okay, the
and sustainability. The vision part. The mission part is basically, the vision is the out there. The mission is the right now. It's like what everybody mentally congregates over. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Something to think about.
Yeah. So let me ask you, in this system, what would you say is your superpower? Hey, are you enjoying this video? Well, now's the time to smash that heart button and hit the subscribe. What are you waiting for? You'll be glad you did. Now back to the video.
My superpower. Having vision. I think I'm a natural at that. One thing about at FHL, when we met at that, do you remember Tony Robbins spoke, right?
I sure do. For like the whole day.
And yeah, how can you forget? As a matter of fact, I remember seeing you walking around with your camera, your phone, walking around doing your thing like a rock star that you are, while he's talking, and it was great. I was like, yeah, there he goes. I loved it. But Tony Robbins said something that was tremendous for me. Epiphany, and he said, he differentiated the true entrepreneur to the artist, and then there's the manager. So there's a lot, people get into entrepreneurialism really not knowing much other than saying, hey, I want to make a lot of money, and that's as far as it goes. And then they go, with no vision, no plan, no established mission, no strategies, no tactics known, no annual plan, quarterly, no monthly, no plan, no annual plan, no quarterly objectives or goals, no quarterly goals, no weekly objectives, and no daily tasks organized.
They spend more time thinking about what they're going to get off the menu from McDonald's.
I mean, that's a shame, but that's why, guys like you and I are here to serve our community, our industry, our fellow human, right? And so as I was listening to Tony, he made me realize that, I am actually more the artist, but I know I'm an entrepreneur. So I think I'm more for the two. I'm an artistpreneur. Okay? And because I know, and that applies to vision and purpose, which was my last interview. It was talking about purpose and vision, how it ties together. That was my superpower, is I had such an imagination that I actually believed it. When I thought about it, I believed it in my heart that it could happen. And that led to all of my interactions were based on that vision, So long story short, success that I had in my I'm not going to say previous life, but in a less formed portion of my life, I just wanted to play my guitar and make music. So I just was that punk rocker, do it yourself, street entrepreneur to supply the funds for my punk rockism, right? And
you a punk rocker?
That's right. Yep. Absolutely. Do it yourself, put ourselves on tour, record our own stuff and package them and distribute. I did the whole underground fun thing, which wasn't necessarily a monetary goal. Was the goal, but just to actually show up and basically thrill the kids and give them somewhere to go, for cheap, and have a great time and basically be an influence, the same way that my punk rock album cover heroes, were when I ended up like flying to England and being able to afford, at my heyday, I was rolling in my street entrepreneurialism. I had it going on enough
Street
to send me.
entrepreneurialism. I love
Yeah.
it. I love it. I
Yep.
know your dad was a real OG.
Oh yeah. I talked about that too. Yeah, he's a Japanese lowrider from East LA in the 60s. The full on car show worthy paint jobs, candy apple, burgundy, gold underneath, fine flake, metal flake, sitting on Kragers with 520 little tiny thin white wall tires. And I mean the whole thing, little TV in underneath the dashboard. My mom dropped me off at like kindergarten, first grade in that car, and I wanted to watch TV, and I was late to class because I wanted to finish watching Bugs Bunny. Yeah. So I grew up with custom culture, really custom. So in my mind, these things were possible. Anything was possible if you just got creative.
You talk about your superpower being the vision, and you talk about an earlier part in your life, because I really want to talk about what you have coming up. And I think that it's sort of like like what Tony Robbins talked about. It's the story that we're telling ourselves, and the story, if we change our story, will change our life, basically. And when we've all had the occurrence to get a new car. Let's say I got a Toyota, and then all of a sudden I'm out there on the road and I see all these Toyotas out here, and it's sort of like, whoa, did everyone just get a Toyota? No.
Right. Yep.
Yeah, the Toyotas had been out there all the time, but you hadn't been tuned to that level. You hadn't been tuned to pay attention to it. And I believe it's the same way with your vision. You're tuned to a higher. You always just knew it would work out. That's what you said. Yeah. You always get a picture up here, and then you bring it into existence. I love that.
Yeah. That's what I learned. That's called the your RAS, your reticular activating system in your mind. And it's basically, it works like this. You have so many message units that you can see, right? That you can visibly see, colors, shapes, sounds, just hundreds, thousands, at a time. Your mind has to filter out so many. And so the ones that your mind will let come in are the ones that you're focused on, that you actually are focused on. So that Toyota, you're thinking about that Toyota. So yeah, you see that Toyota everywhere. And so that's what actually filters in. And that's how that works, is your reticular activating system. And so, yeah, having vision it's because of my success, my superpower of that. It's because I get, like I said earlier, I get fascinated over something, and I just keep thinking about it until it actually it manifests in the physical realm.
Oh man, I love that. I could talk all day. I could talk with you all day. But before we end this here pretty soon, I want you to talk about your new program that's coming out, what you have coming in store.
Okay. All right. So, I talked about vision. I talked about mission. My vision continues to grow like daily. Like, to be honest with you, I'm already thinking about my improvement of my program. So this will be my next program moving forth, which I'm going to have my music, my musicianship, along with artistpreneurship, professionalism, and personal development. So that's what I have in store that I just came up with like today.
Oh yeah.
That's for the future. All right. But for now, the professionalism part comes with the marketing stuff. on top of the personal development stuff that I learned. And so with my marketing stuff, I have a program that is geared for digital marketing agency owners. You know, and I help them. I help visionary agency CEOs transcend from self-employed to business system owners in 90 days. Okay, with my digital marketing agency owner 4-step implementation escape plan. Okay, and that's come up because of my mission is to attract and assist a force of 10,000 visionary coaches, course creators, and digital marketers operating with a worldwide Winfinity mindset.
Winfinity.
Winfinity. That's a situation you create where everybody wins. Okay, everybody wins, and to create and distribute programs for even the least developed person around the world to live healthy, wealthy, and happily empowered lives. Okay.
Sounds like you can plug in and get in your system, and within 90 days see the successful coaching business.
It would be digital marketing agencies.
Digital marketing agency. Okay.
Yeah. To basically the bottom line, if you're a digital marketing agency owner / CEO, but if you're the bottleneck in your agency, because you're still doing the implementation in any aspect, whether it's sales, fulfillment, or acquisition, and you're like still a lever puller or even a manager or even a decision maker, you're not living out your work style as a true CEO, a visionary CEO, because you need 24/7. You need all your working hours to be developing your vision of your company. And my program will help identify where your bottleneck is, and basically find a replacement. I call it your perfect twin, to replace you in that in the implementation, the below the horizon line. Okay,
I understand.
Implementation. All the doings and workings of your business. Okay. Replace you with them. And I have my methods to, for them to tie in with your vision. It's all vision led, right? Vision and mission led. Leveraging your vision to gain that COO or COO, or that person that's going to replace you, leading the implementation team and the rest of the business, by tying in, by buying into that vision and having their own strategies and tactics and methods to get that vision alive, right? So it's basically, it's like your perfect twin. I call it your perfect twin replacement, right?
So the CEO can spend time being the vision, and I say being and not doing.
Exactly.
I love that, because that's such a key language. It's such key language, and we just got a little bit more than a minute left, but I want to make sure that we know how to get in touch with you, Steve. And this is Steve Ezaki here, right here today. I can't wait to see you again and hang out. Hopefully I'll see you again soon.
Absolutely. Yeah. We're connected. We're connected. I see you, So you can just friend request me on Facebook, Steve Ezaki, and message me, and I'll respond, and have a chat with you, and like we're doing now. I like to vibe with people. I really love people, and I want the success for people. So feel free to message me there on Facebook.
Nice. Well, it's been a pleasure. Thanks for your time.
My pleasure.
Time, Steve. Thanks for your time. We'll have to do this again sometime, but thank you for tuning in and watching to the end. I'm going to put Steve's information all around this video. So if you are an agency owner and you want to stop doing and start being, then Steve can take care of it for you. Okay.
Yep, absolutely. And also, if you, I will have, it's not active right now, but probably if you're watching this video later, I will have, you can go to type in growwithsteve.com. Those three words, growwithsteve.com.
The link will be somewhere around this video.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you.
If you're just starting out online, you're probably studying a lot. That's great. You're probably geeking out on all the strategies also, right? Well, that's also great. But the hardest part is figuring out how to communicate in a way that makes someone want to buy from you and how you should sell to them, right? Well, that's also what I struggled with for a while until I found the formula. So I created this free 5-day challenge called the Make More Money Marketing Challenge to get you on track with your marketing and, more importantly, the right sales scripts and processes to get it off the ground and getting people to take you up on your products, services, and your opportunities. You want to come? Well, there's small groups on purpose so I can answer your direct questions for 5 straight days. You can hold your spot by going to www.thementalmarketer.com/4M challenge sign up. Again, that's thementalmarketer.com/4M challenge sign up. Check the site for dates and times. I'll see you on the inside.